Welcome to the AI Hustle podcast. Today on the show, Jamie and I are breaking down some really interesting new advancements in the Claude model. Now, everyone knows ChatGPT, of course. This is the AI model we all use for pretty much everything nowadays. But something that I think a lot more people need to try is Claude. They've done a bunch of recent benchmarks in their new Claude models that actually show it slightly outperforming GPT-4. Now, who knows, maybe OpenAI will have GPT-5 up their sleeve and blow us all away soon. But as it stands, Claude is actually the best model in the market. So Jamie's been recently trying out Claude. So we have some firsthand experiences to share with you on the podcast, and also some ways that we think that this can help you make money. So Jamie, tell us about what you've used it for.
Yeah, so there recently came out an article that talked about how Claude now has these new capabilities to perform more complex calculations. It gives, a bunch of data and numbers, which to me personally doesn't really mean a whole lot. So I tried to just test it out and see what it could do. So I recently found a job on LinkedIn that I wanted to apply for, and I needed a cover letter. I haven't applied for a job in years, so I did not have an updated cover letter. So what I did is I actually uploaded my resume to Claude.
This episode is brought to you by Shopify. Forget the frustration of picking commerce platforms when you switch your business to Shopify, the global commerce platform that supercharges your selling wherever you sell. With Shopify, you'll harness the same intuitive features, trusted apps, and powerful analytics used by the world's leading brands. Sign up today for your $1 per month trial period at shopify.com/tech, all lowercase. That's shopify.com/tech.
And then I said, please write me a cover letter to this company. It was Upwork for this specific position. And so what it did was it pulled all the information from my resume and created a cover letter to Upwork for this specific position. And it recognized what Upwork, the company, actually does and is, and made it contextually for that specific position at that company. And I hardly had to make any tweaks to it. It was really, really amazing. So yeah, and I mean, a lot of times when you ask like ChatGPT to write you a prompt, if you don't give it too many specific directions, it's pretty robotic sounding.
Right.
This was not like that at all. It was actually, and I suppose a cover letter is more professional, more robotic, if you will, anyways, but it did a great job. The language is just really smooth, and it seemed like an actual real professional cover letter. So okay, that was just kind of my test, but I definitely think, like you said, Jaden, you should definitely check out Claude.
Yeah, so I've actually been hearing this exact same thing. The thing that I hear from a lot of people that try Claude, I like it, is the tone. They say that the tone on it is really good. So I definitely need to try it more. But for anyone that does want to use ChatGPT, I did literally yesterday figure out a hack. I've been trying to figure out the tone on ChatGPT and making it sound like more human. And I figured out the hack, and that is the keyword down to earth. If you ask it to be down to earth, then ChatGPT actually can make its writing sound a little bit less robotic. And I also have I found a prompt online where someone lists out 100 words, and they're like, do not use any of these words. They all sound too robotic. So I also do that, but the down to earth one works really good.
Nice. Yeah, that's a great tip actually, because that's one that I kind of struggle with ChatGPT. But yeah, again, Claude, I mean, they're doing some really cool stuff over there. As far as ways to make money, I suppose if you're applying for a job, you could copy what I did and have it write cover letters for you. I think, again, you could use it for summarizing ebooks or summarizing PDFs, basically summarizing information, you making charts, things like that. Jaden, do you know of have you thought of any specific use cases for this for the hustlers out there?
Yeah, so the thing I wanted to talk about is they made a big announcement about a bunch of new capabilities. And what's cool is you actually can connect Claude to APIs to other software now. So this is the new feature they're rolling out. I would go you're going to know how best to connect this to software you use by going and looking at the list that they have available. But essentially, you can imagine connecting this to your email, connecting to this to your social media, connecting this to documents that you have so it can actually get power off of your documents. it's really, really interesting the way that they're rolling this out. And I think this is a way that you can start to really integrate this into your workflow to make money off of whatever you're doing. And overall, I think this is just, a great product. So if this is something you're interested in, we'll leave a link in the show notes to Claude and maybe this outline of some of the new software they're doing. But otherwise, we appreciate all of you tuning into the podcast today. If you got any value out of the podcast today, we'd really, really appreciate it if you leave us a review. We love your reviews. We read them. And otherwise, I hope that you all have an amazing rest of your day.